72 of the DVDFiend. This is either going to be Monday or Tuesday's video. I'm not very sure which one yet because I don't know when I'm going to be able to post this. But anyways, I'm going to be reviewing 2 DVDs today. I just figured what the hell, because these are the 2 I've watched recently, and found them both pretty interesting. One's a documentary, and actually one's an actual spoof comedy film, well, comedy horror type film. But I'll do the documentary first, and then we'll talk about the movie. The documentary is "Fan of the Dead." This basically is about this French. I don't know if he's necessarily a filmmaker, but this French fan of George Romero. Decides he came over to the United States to take and go from location to location of the different places where like Night of the Living Dead was filmed, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and then the remake of Night of the Living Dead was filmed. And at one point they even take and go to the building where they originally shot the original basement scene, well, the basement scenes in the original Night of the Living Dead, as well as he went on after going to a comic book convention. He went with, it was a little group with Ken Foree and Leonard Wise and various other cast members of Dawn of the Dead, and they went to the Monroeville Mall. I think that's what the mall is called. And they took in, hold on a second. Yeah, I believe it's Monroeville Mall. But they went through the different spots, and they talked about the different spots where different things happen. Like Leonard Wise talks about when he got the machete to the head by Tom Savini. He goes right to the spot where it's at and started talking to him different things about the shot and everything like that. Because I guess originally, I think they were going to do just a bullet shot with him, but then they decided to do something a little more creative, and they decided to do the machete. But overall, it's a pretty cool documentary. I wouldn't recommend anyone spend maybe over $5 to $7 for it. You should be able to get it fairly cheap. I think it's normal retail price, I think $10. You should definitely be able to get in front of that. I'm only going to suggest this to any really hardcore Romero fans over any of the casual Romero fans, because it's just one of those type of documentaries where it's only going to be really interesting to anyone who is a big fan of the Dead trilogy, as I'll call it. Even though there technically was 4, but the Dead trilogy, in my opinion, is the first 3 films. Even though I did like Land of the Dead. Yeah, definitely check this one out. It was put out, I can't remember if I said this, but it was put out with Cheesy Flicks, and it runs about, I think, 60 minutes. It's pretty cool, though. The only bad part is that the French guy, for the most part, his voice gets overdubbed throughout the whole entire documentary. Just like this one guy talking over him and everything, which is fine. I mean, it's cool just to see locations in general. Now, the actual movie that I'm going to review is one that's actually a spoof comedy, a comedy spoof / sci-fi / horror type film. It's called I Am Virgin. Basically, this one is definitely a spoof of the I Am Legend film. It goes more along the lines of that one than it does Omega Man or The Last Man on Earth. There's just various things that are the exact same. He goes out looking for certain things, and for example, he has a dog in this. In I Am Legend, that guy had a dog. He has a dog. He does. I think Will Smith did video diaries in I Am Legend. It's been a while since I've watched that one, but he does video diaries talking about different things that he's been doing. For example, Will Smith in I Am Legend, he had Mannequin. Well, he has a blow-up doll. What else was it? It was very similar. They both go out looking for people, and he does. And he is quite obsessed with wanting to get laid. And he always sees pretty much these really good-looking vampires all around that try to seduce him, but he always runs away from them. But basically, it's kind of funny because I was watching this with commentary also, and they were saying that they don't really. I think it was something along the lines that they didn't really want to consider it to be a porn type spoof type thing. even though honestly it's really borderlines that, because every time you turn around there's someone having sex in it. I think some of them are actually porn stars, and then there's actually some that are just strippers in the film. Um, but of course, the most noticeable one for me, because who wouldn't notice him, is Ron Jeremy. He's really cool in this. He plays as this like vampire guy. Just stays in his house all the time and has a bunch of porn and everything. And him and the main character talk and everything. And he pretty much tells him that like when he, because a lot of people, the reason why they changed into like a vampire was because he felt guilty over having sex with a certain person or whatever. And he pretty much tells him that basically you won't turn into a vampire if you have sex with a vampire if you don't feel guilty for doing it. And there's just various things like that in there. It's pretty interesting. Like, of course, Ron Jeremy's cameo, like I said. Overall, it's not a bad film. It's not a great film either. It's fun. That's the biggest thing I can say about it. It's a fun movie to watch. I would definitely suggest it to anyone who just wants to watch a good spoof film. Nothing like disaster movie and bullshit like that. And it was actually pretty. It actually looks really good, and like the overall filming of it was really good. And our main guy, he's awesome. I think his name's let's see here. I think it's Adam Davis. He's awesome in this film. He does his lines really well. He's good. He's actually not bad an actor. The only things that, like, because I was afraid there's gonna be a lot of CGI when actually there's really not. It's just little things here and there in the background, like a little part of a building destroyed or cars destroyed or something like that. You could tell it's CGI, but that does not take away from the film. But yeah, I'd definitely check this out if I was you. Basically, you can watch it for two things. You can either watch it for the spoof part of it, or you can watch it if you just want to see a bunch of good-looking girls, pretty much not even really dressed at all throughout the film. That's pretty much the two base reasons why, if you're interested in watching it, that's the two base reasons why to watch it. And if you just want to see Ron Jeremy in a pretty funny part of the film where he talks about screwing dead people, which is kind of funny because he makes a bunch of jokes about it. But anyways, that is my review for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and definitely go check this one out and check this one out. Yeah, not much more I could say, but you guys take it easy and keep coming back, you guys. All right, bye.